You know what this is? Bloody epic, that's what it is. Hey guys, Pierre from Into Fly Fishing, and in this video we'll start building our very own epic fly rod. Now this video forms part of a 3-part series where we take you through the entire building process. In the previous video we looked at the box contents that you get when you order a ready to wrap kit, but now we're going to start building the rod. So without wasting any further time, let's jump right into it. We're going to spine each section on its own, and in the process of doing this, we're going to place that section at a 45-degree angle on a hard surface, hold the tip with your one hand, and place pressure in the middle of the section. While you do that, just rotate, and you'll feel the rod snap into place. And then you'll know you found the spine of that section. Technically, the spine of the rod is now on the outside of this curve, but because I want to build a rod with a nice powerful action on the forward cast, I'm going to place all the line guides on the inside of the curve. So what we're doing now is take the China marker that comes with the rod building kit and mark the inside of the curve so that we know which line to install the line guides on. So after we've spined all the sections, we assemble the rod so that all the China markings align. So now that we have the spine of the rod, it's time to measure where all the line guides on the blank will go. If you visit the Epic Fly Rods website and search for guide spacings, you'll be able to find your specific rod model's measurements. The guide sizes under your rod model corresponds to the specific line guides you received with your kit. So after you've found the spine of the blank, the next step is to measure all the line guides. Now the easiest way to do this is to place your rod on a flat surface like a table or the floor. Mark out the position of each guide according to the chart on the website. If you're scared that the rod moves around too much when measuring from the tip, I find it quite easy when you stick it to the hard surface with a piece of masking tape. So what we need to do now is prepare the grip and reel seat position on the butt section before we glue them in place. So first slide the reel seat over the butt section and make sure that it's flush with the surface. Then take your grip and slide that over the butt section as well until it seats nice and snugly over the reel seat. Now we need to mark right here on top of the grip, as this will give us a limit of how far we can sand and glue. After we've removed the grip, we're left with a mark that we made, where we'll place a piece of masking tape to prevent this area from getting damaged as we sand and glue. Take a piece of sandpaper and lightly sand the exposed areas. Then come in with a cloth soaked with denatured alcohol and clean out any dust. As you can see, the reel seat comprises out of 1,000,000 parts. Before we glue it to the rod, we need to assemble it dry without any glue to familiarize ourselves with the layout. Now we rebuild the reel seat with epoxy to secure it as a unit, but don't attach the butt cap yet. Once we've done that, set it aside to cure. Place the reel seat over the blank and position the combination upright so that their bases align at the bottom. Mark the top of the reel seat. Now you'll notice that the reel seat is far from sitting snug up against the blank, and to mitigate this we'll build an arbor around the blank with masking tape. Build a couple of arbor wraps until the reel seat fits snugly, but leave a small gap at the base of the blank to ensure that the butt cap will fit. Before gluing the reel seat, dry fit the grip and seat combination again to make sure everything fits snugly. Mix a batch of the Pro paste you received with the kit and apply a thin coat over the masking tape arbors you built. Apply a good amount in between the arbors too. Slide the reel seat onto the blank from the bottom and make sure that the blank and seat are aligned. Don't glue in the butt cap at this stage. Apply a thin coat of epoxy to the grip area, but make sure not to go over the top mark we made earlier. Also apply a thin coat of epoxy on the inside recess where the reel seat sits into the grip. Less is more here, as you don't want epoxy to push out everywhere when you match the two. Make sure there is no epoxy on the inside bore of the grip, as this will leave an ugly smudge on the rod blank. Now slide the grip onto the blank, and once you reach the area where the epoxy is applied, start rotating the grip from side to side as you slide it down. This will allow the glue to spread more evenly. Push the grip down so that the reel seat and grip fit snugly into each other. While the glue is still wet, make sure to wipe off any excess at this stage. Apply a small drop of the remaining epoxy above the grip, spreading it around the blank. Slide the winding check, which came with the guides kit, onto the blank and seat it up against the cork. Clean out any excess epoxy. Now finally we can attach the end cap to the reel seat. Apply a thin coating of epoxy on the inside of the seat and place a small button of glue on the inside base of the cap. Now we can push it into position. I like to align the Epic text with the ultimate reel position. Now set this butt section aside so that it dries overnight. Please join us for part 3 of our Epic rod building series, where we'll attach the line guides and finish the rod. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications, and we can let you know of any future releases. Until next time, cheers.